sign language, shame, insult, guilt, needing that is exactly what she's just done. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and anyone in between. Welcome to the Relax and React channel, where we delve into the heart of the internet to discover, watch, read, and react, sometimes comment on the things people post online and people be posting stuff online. My name is Chima. I am your host. Welcome to my take. I am glad to have you here with me. As always, it is dope to have you watching this video. And without further ado, let's get it. Today we'll be watching a couple of videos regarding men and their wants and needs, specifically in relationships. I think it's quite insightful. So this is the case for men. Let's get to the video.
When a man wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women, the men can work and provide for themselves. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex, because he can get sex from multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. The culture is telling them, do not get married. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? Because with a wife, you can now have love, you can now have nurturing, you can have support, you can have affection. This is what he can't get from a roommate. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationship with men, is love, support, nurturing, and respect, this is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, you got resentful, you start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him, you start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling back on the love, the affection, and the nurturing.
Okay, so insightful video. Love this video. As she said, there's certain things a man requires or would need from his spouse: love, affection, support, nurturing. To expound on that, just to give my take on it, it's your men will go out and fight in the world to go and compete with other men, other people, and to compete for resources. I'm not saying women don't do it. Women do it too, but the pressure on the man to perform is different, and it's heavier. A man who is not working is seen as a bum. Women that are not working, they have more grace, they have more empathy towards them. So, a man, that's how society has deemed the man's role, which is fine, and men have the broad shoulders to shoulder that sort of requirement and expectation. So men going out to compete is something that they have to do, to be of value to themselves, to their family, and to society. However, when they come home, they want to come home to a place where we can let go, where we can be vulnerable, to a place that's warm and comforting. You understand? We come home from the cold, wet, drab, just mentally exhausting, physically exhausting world, and I want to come to a place where we can just let go and not have to have the guard up or to analyze too much or to play for the chess. We want to come home to a place where we can just, in a sense, relax. A place that's warm and comforting, like I said before. Now, that place can be the physical place, as in the home. Wives can make a house into a home. Look at the whole, the stereotype of a bachelor's pad compared to when he's married and the woman moves in, move to a different place. The atmosphere, the ambience, everything is just different. Because the woman's touch brings warmth, brings comfort. Women are expert cultivators. Give them a seed, they give you a child. Give them ingredients, they give you a meal. All of that. So yeah, it can be the physical place, or it can be the person they're coming home to. So that person can be supportive, they can be nurturing, they can be understanding. They come home to someone that speaks warmly to them, that speaks life into them, to the kings in them, not belligerently, not naggy. We want someone that we don't have to put our guards up. We want someone that we can be vulnerable with. And that person will not then attack us for being vulnerable. You understand? So that's why I think that's why I love this video. It eloquently it gives women who want to be wives. It gives you the blueprint. This is what you lead with. This is what you present to the man that you're marrying, or the man you want to marry, or the man that you're in a serious relationship with. The whole sex sandwich silence. Keep his belly full and his balls drained. Yeah, men want that. Husbands will want that, but that's not what will keep him. Like the woman said, he can get it from anywhere. But what are the intangibles that will keep him? Because to me, it will always be a flex when I get married. That I will tell my boys and my coworkers who are saying, "Oh yeah, let's go to the bar." I'm like, nah, I'm going home to my wife because I know what's waiting for me. I know the atmosphere that's waiting for me. I know the person that's waiting for me. Do you understand? Yeah, I want to be nurtured. I want to be catered to. Some women will blow a casket for that. I don't care. Yeah, I want to go home because I know my wife is there. I know she's going to nurture me. You understand? It's a place where I can just let go. I mean, don't forsake the gathering of your guys as well. But you also need that home base. Now, I have a different video that shows you how not to speak to your man, so you'll see that difference.
I don't think my husband respects my position as stepmom.
Let's talk about that.
Your children, the ones that I did not create, they're allowed to do what you do. They sleep all day. They don't come out of the room. They don't do what they need to do.
Wait a minute, hold up. I want you to come over here. I want you to watch this. Let me show you something. Go sit over there. I have a little concern because your sons are not demonstrating that they are learning to be the kind of man I know you want them to be. They're going to demonstrate the kind of man you teach them to be. And I'm not really sure what to do about that. Can you hear me? Mm-hmm. That's how you do that. The woman has to talk to her man to get him to move.
I don't think my...
I love this. I love Iyanla Vanzant. If you haven't watched the show, I'm sure you can find it online. It's called Iyanla Fix My Life. So you see the difference between how the wife was speaking to him and how Iyanla showed her how to speak to the man. Like you have to speak to the king, your man. You don't nag him like he's a child or he's incompetent. And what if you see the guy's reaction when the wife was speaking? He was almost just putting up with it. But when Iyanla was speaking, like it got to him at his core. I've always said that masculinity wants to impress, protect, and provide for femininity. And femininity is a cheat code for women to get the man to move the way they want him to move. Men, please get you a good wife, because if she's wanting you to move crazy, then that one is in trouble. So it's about the way she spoke, the way Iyanla spoke to the man. You could see it got to him more than younger. Do you understand? So it just shows you that to me that comes across as the nurturing. that comes across as the vulnerable, that's a different manifestation of the woman being vulnerable. No, of the woman being nurturing, of being supportive, of being understanding, empathetic to the man. The man's not perfect. A man will never be perfect. He will fall short. He will not meet your expectations. But how do you speak to him when he doesn't meet your expectations? By the way, women, your expectations have to be reasonable. You understand? First of all, you understand. One, if it's reasonable and he's not meeting it, okay, that's something that will annoy you. It's not something you want. But how do you speak to your man to move the way you want him to move, for you to show up for you? If you're assertive and aggressive, and you display masculine behaviors, he's going to shut down because he cannot respond in kind because you're a woman, you're his wife. He can't respond in kind, or he shouldn't respond in kind, aggressive and belligerent. No. So he'll just shut down. He'll let you speak in one ear, out the other. But you approach him in your femininity, you have his ear, you have his mind, you have his full attention. Now, third and final video that will show you the difference between a woman who's empathetic to a man's wants, needs, desires, concerns, and a woman who isn't. Pardon the foul language. This is it.
Wait, do you know what a passport bro is?
Yeah.
It's a modern day idea that men have that they prefer to date women from other cultures opposed to Western women and American women because the way that women act and treat their man in other countries is they prefer that over American women nowadays.
Wow.
Most women.
Okay. Was that what you were going to say too, or do you have a different definition that you want to bring to the table?
More or less, just men go to other countries because it's cheaper to fuck women in different countries because women in different countries are cheaper to maintain.
Right.
And that's
Exactly.
just
Like when guys go to Tokyo, the most expensive city in the entire world, they're like, hey, you fucking peasant. You wanna have
But
some
when
sex?
men go to like Colombia and places like Medellin, and that's what you see on Passport Bros on Twitter, is men
that's
going
what
to South
you
America.
see, but it's the world is way bigger. Have you left America?
No, but my parents have been to Japan.
Do you have a passport?
Yes, I do. I have two.
And where have you been?
I've been to, well,
Yeah, I don't care about the rest. I don't really care for that guy in the glasses. He talks a lot of nonsense, to be honest. What I want to talk about is notice the difference between the first girl who spoke about what the passport bro thing is and this girl that we see on the screen. The first girl, like, I don't know whether she agrees with what the passport bros are doing or not, but she shows she understands. She understands the root cause of it, and she just presented nice. The way she presents it, like, I understand. Whether or not she agrees that she didn't let it come through, but she just showed it. And then the other woman, bam, you know that she's discounting or discrediting the wants of men and see it as, oh, they want to go and get cheap sex and cheap dates and all that and all that. Is that true? Maybe, yeah, it could be true. It's cheaper to go and date in Indonesia because the pound, the dollar is stronger there, so things are cheaper. They're based on the currency, yes. But that's what she's chosen to hyper focus on. So imagine dating any of the two of them, and you get into a disagreement with the first one. You can imagine how she will present herself in that debate or that argument or that discussion, compared to who we see on the screen now. It's such a shame that women, and personally I think it's just a loud minority, I wish they will happily just shame a man's wants rather than try to understand it, try to empathize with it. That's wild to me. Don't speak like this woman. Just not even assertive, just aggressive and unempathetic, because it differentiates you. So yeah, shame, no sign language, shame, insult, guilt, that is exactly what she's just done. Kevin Samuels wasn't the people call him the Godfather, whatever. Yeah, that's them. But his analysis on certain aspects of men and women dynamic is spot on. Sign language, I see it everywhere. I didn't know this before. I heard him say it and explain it, but now I see it everywhere. So, 3 different videos. One giving women like sort of the playbook on how or what a man requires besides the physical aspect of sex, food, and time alone. Here is what you lead with. This is what you offer. When they say what you bring to the table, that's your answer. I'm not, I will nurture you. I'll speak life into you. I'll support you. I'll create a warm place for you to come, whether it's a home or whether it's myself. Then how do you speak to your man? Speak to the king and speak life into him. Do not nag him. Speak to his ego. Rather than nag. You tell me, hey, I know this is a standard you set and you promised, but originally because of X, Y, Z. You understand? Femininity is such a superpower. It is such a superpower, but women don't know this. Instead, you want to come and compete with men, being masculine. Masculinity wants to impress femininity, meaning that femininity can move masculinity in the way they want. Oh my days. Anyways, guys, that's the case for men. I saw these 3 videos and it just made sense. The narrative between them made sense. So I thought I'll bring it to you guys. Let me know what you think. If my analysis is correct, if I'm missing anything for the case of men, if it differentiates women in any way, and is that bad, is that good, is it just what it is? Let me know in the comment section. Until next time, peace. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos, and help me reach my goal of 1,000 subs. Thank you.